Hey, boys and girls, happy Thursday. I hope you're having a great day today. I am sorry I didn't reach you yesterday. Miss Hannah was really sick yesterday, but I'm all better today, so no worries. And I'm ready to read you another story. And since we've been talking about ponds this week, ponds are a body of water. So I decided we would read a story about a body of water that some of us have never seen before. This story was written in Kenya, Africa. Africa is another continent far, far, far away. A continent is a big piece of land, like the United States of America that we live in is on the continent of North America. And then Africa is another continent, really, really, really far away. And Kenya, Africa, is kind of like you live in Adel, Georgia, kind of the same thing like Kenya, Africa. And in Africa, it's lots and lots and lots of desert land. That means it's really dry and sandy, and there's not a lot of water. So when they have a little body of water, like a small pond or even a big mud puddle, all the animals want to go drink from it because there's not lots of water, but they have to share so they can all have water to live. So let's read this story and see what happens with this body of water in Kenya, Africa. The title of the story is Water for One, Water for Everyone. Oh, there we go. This book's kind of wide. It's hard to get it where you guys can see. On a very dry day in Africa, one tortoise found a lonely water hole. The tortoise tasted the water, and the water in the hole went down a little bit. Kind of like if you're drinking a glass of water, if you drink a little bit out of it, then it goes down and there's not as much left. But remember, all the animals have to share water, they all need water. Two bee eaters flew over and settled beside the tortoise to have a drink. The bee eaters sipped and sipped, and the water in the hole went down. Three baboons shuffled past and paused to drink. The baboons slurped and slurped, and the water in the hole went down. Four warthogs rooted nearby and stopped for a drink. The warthogs guzzled and guzzled, and the water in the hole went down. So, what's happening to the water? Is it going away a little bit at the time? It is. Five ostriches pranced by and bent way over to drink. The ostriches swallowed and swallowed, and the water in the hole went down. That word's hard for Miss Hannah to say. That's funny, isn't it? Ostriches. Six gazelles bounced over and joined the others. The gazelles gulped, and the water in the hole went down. Now, what do you think is going to happen if all the water gets drank up? How's more water going to get in the holes for all the other animals to drink? Does anybody have any ideas? Think about it. Seven wildebeest galloped close by and stopped to take a sip. The wildebeest lapped and lapped, and the water in the hole went down. Have you ever seen a wildebeest before? We don't have those around here, do we? They live in Africa. 8 zebras browsed nearby and came with a mighty thirst. The zebras drank and drank, and the water in the hole went down. 9 impalas arrived thirsty and dry. The impala swigged and swigged, and the water in the hole went down. 10 elephants thundered in and stuck 10 long trunks in the water hole. The elephants snorted and sucked, and the water in the hole. What do you think is going to happen to the water in the hole? Let's see. Disappeared. It's all gone. So now what do you think is going to happen? How are all the other animals going to get drinks of water? The tortoise sighed. The bee-eaters cackled. The baboons scratched. The warthogs grunted. The ostriches shuffled. The gazelles bleated. The impalas snorted. The wildebeest stamped. The zebras neighed. The elephants hung their heads. Then they swung their trunks to the sky and trumpeted with all their might to some passing clouds. The clouds cracked and filled the hole with rain. And then there was water for everyone again. So that's how they get water, from the rain. But the bad thing about is in the desert, it doesn't rain very often. So they really have to wait for water lots of times. So I'm thankful that we live here in the United States where we have plenty of water. I don't think I would like living in a desert. What about you? Me either. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And remember that Africa is a continent that is far, far away. Like we live on North American continent. Then we have like little states inside our country. They have little states inside their countries too. It's just a little different than where we live, but it's interesting to learn about new places. So if you can have an adult help you, get online and look up things about Africa. This story was written about Kenya, Africa. Like you live in Adel, Georgia, or Lenox, Georgia, or Sparks, Georgia. Kenya, Africa is a place inside Africa. So you guys have a great rest of the day, and I hope you tune in again tomorrow.